Ready? Call the meeting to order. Please rise for the pledge, also the prayer.
Flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Prayer, Mr. Ray.
Heavenly Father, we seek your blessings upon our discussions today. Grant us the wisdom to engage in meaningful conversations that lead to productive outcomes. May our words be filled with grace and our ideas be fruitful. We have lost another of our senior citizens. Jane Sheremy, 83 years old, passed away on April the 28th. May she rest in peace and may perpetual light shine upon her forever. Father Mark Toops, our pastor at Our Lady of the Isle Church, needs all of us to pray for his speedy recovery. He tore the quadricep tendon in his right leg when he genuflected at the beginning of Mass on last Tuesday. That tendon connects the muscles in the thigh to the knee. The repair surgery went very well, and he is in for a lengthy recovery. So as he prays for God's blessing upon our island community, we must all pray for him now. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Mr. Ray. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Corporal John Combs. Here.
First off,
Wait, hold on. I'm doing a roll call. Hold on 1 second. James Sheremy.
here.
Carly Stelly.
Here.
Lauren Gonzalez.
Here.
Brian Bartholomew.
Here.
Michael Ciano.
Here.
Okay,
David, before we get started, I need to make a motion to open the agenda as a request to move item 9B down to 10A.
10A.
Yep. I'll make the motion to open the agenda.
Okay.
Need a second to open
Need a
it.
second?
I'll second.
My Lord, all in favor, signify.
Aye.
Any opposed? So be it. Okay, that's it?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Here we are, Wednesday at 6 o'clock, May the 13th. I see we got a good crowd. We really respect y'all and for coming to these meetings. I know we live. They do a great job with that. So again, just feel free. We're going to go through the meetings and explain where we at, what we're doing, and I see a good crowd. So again, thank y'all. Okay? special presentations? We have none?
We have none. We have
Okay.
no one requesting.
Okay, no requests. Item 5, the minutes approved for April 22nd. If y'all don't have a question, we need to go ahead and move and make a motion to go ahead and accept it.
I'll make a motion.
Moved by Laura, second by Boo. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So be it. Okay? All right. Item 6, we have no public hearing. Professional reports, Grand Isle Police Department. Yes, sir. It's your turn.
First off, Chief Hernandez would like to extend his apologies for not being here tonight. He had to attend his daughter's athletic event. And the Grand Isle Police Department report for April 17th, 2026 through May 7th, 2026. The total call-outs was 129. Medicals and fire was 13. Total citations was 38. Total violations was 46. That is 32 speeding, 1 failure to report accident, 2 no driver's license, 1 obstructed plate, 1 excessive display of acceleration, 1 careless operation, 4 ATV and SBS on highway, 1 modified exhaust, 2 passing and no passing zone, 1 improper lane usage. And for the arrest, the total was 4, summons was 8. The 4 arrests and charges were 6, DUI, the second offense, misdemeanor, 2 contempt of court, misdemeanor, 1 manslaughter, felony, 1 conspiracy armed robbery, felony, and 1 attempted armed robbery, felony. The summons was 8, the charges was 8, 1 hit and run, 1 remaining after forbidden, 1 possession of marijuana, 1 operation by mentally or physically deficient person, 1 reckless operation, 2 theft under $1,000, 1 disturbing the peace by intoxication. The court fines paid was $6,345.92. Golf cart tags sold was $21,825. Golf cart tags year-to-date 2026 sold is $1,062 or $162,525. Golf cart tags sold in 2025 was $372,675.
Okay, any questions from the board?
I have a question. On the court fines paid, what fund does that go into? Goes in general funds? Okay. And the golf cart tag sold? General funds? Okay, thank you. Yes.
Yes.
This is just curiosity. Do we have any updates? Does the police department have any updates on the incident at the supermarket with the kids inside the vehicle on the shooting? Is there any updates on anything like that? Are they going to get any charges to them?
I do not know at this time. Chief Hernandez probably knows more about that. I think he's been in contact with JP, so yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Any other questions? If not, thank you all. Y'all do a great job. On behalf of the police department, the fire department, water department, Jefferson Parish, ambulance, I want to tell y'all, y'all do a great job. Thank y'all so much.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to engineers. Joe's not here tonight. He's got a previous commitment, so he's not here to give us a report. So, but like I said, I'm going to talk about it a little later on. Okay, let's move on to town department heads. We got him here. We got Carlos. We got Ian over here, and Carlos is kind of working with the rain that we've been having, and like I said, between the rains and unclogging all of the pipes that's clogged up, it was unbelievable. So, and then we was trying to keep on bringing some the asphalt on the levees. People starting to come in, school's out, so making sure that we take care of all angles every way we can. So, we got some good news. I got a call, the bulldozer. You talked to the supervisor. Yep, he's going to be bringing it in.
They're gonna call between noon and 2 o'clock tomorrow, and I gotta get police escort.
Yes. So to give it up to date, we're going to be pushing the levee with this big bulldozer. Like I said, good friend of ours, he came in and he said, we're going to send it to y'all to make sure you clean your beach and push it up. So that's going to be it's going to be very nice. We'll get a lot done.
Just so nobody gets confused, we ain't pushing the big level, it's just the seaweed.
Seaweed, yes. And then we gotta watch the birds, we're gonna closely work with the bird people, we're gonna make sure that we take care of that, so. But I wanna thank y'all, I know you invented another rake to put behind the tractor, and we just got, yeah, and the levee board, we just got our other tractor in, yesterday? Day before, so we have a bunch of tractors ready for that, so that's gonna work out good. So just have a little patience, we're gonna make sure that we keep that beach clean. Okay, thank y'all for everything, thank you. Ian, I know you, I wanna tell you thank you, you're running all over the place, building inspector, so hats out to you, working with the council and whatever requests. I want to tell you thank you. You have a little patience because he's by himself right now and he's doing a great job and he's working with the higher ups to make sure that we get the right permit. So thank you. And from all my employees, and like I said, thank you all. Thank you very much. Okay? It's Mr. Ronnie Sampi, your turn. Come on up. 3 minutes.
That's all you get. Council and Mayor, thank you for the time. I have a short report. The beach life rings are not quite complete yet. I just got the shipment of ropes for the new life rings, and we have 10 life rings, new life rings to put on the east end of the beach, and then that'll be complete. We don't have any other report to give y'all at this time, and if the council has anything that they would like to talk about, please let me know.
Ronnie, a couple meetings back, y'all discussed about getting some of these rope launchers. Was it you that was discussing that?
Some what?
The rope launchers that throws the rope.
Yes, I had looked into that, and I had talked to Chief Hernandez about it, and what it is, it's a handheld cannon that it's a kickoff from the old potato gun, if y'all remember those. And they use CO2 cartridges to launch it. And it'll launch as far as 100 feet.
Can you give me that information on it? We had a meeting at our fire department last night, and we are interested in putting them on our beach patrol units.
Yeah, there's only one company that I found that makes that thing, and they're in Wisconsin.
Okay.
So I'll get more information for you and pass it
Mr. Ronnie,
on.
what was the price we had talked about?
About 3,000.
Yeah, I thought that's like $2,700 or something.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
Okay?
Anything else?
No.
That's it.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate
Quite
you.
well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ronnie.
Okay, Mr. Weldon, Danos of the port. Come on up, sir.
Good evening, Mayor Commonell, members of the Town Council, members of the general public. I'm Weldon Danos with the Grand Isle Port Commission. A couple of key activities to report on tonight. First off, I'm pleased to announce that we have completed another project, and that is our commercial dock west slip repair project for $478,000. So we did issue a press release last week. You've probably seen it on a number of social media sites. In this project, we removed and replaced 377 feet of vinyl bulkhead, walkway pilings, and parking areas. The contract was in 2 phases due to the funding. Contract phase 1 was completed by Tidewater Dock. Phase 2 was completed by Dean Equipment. The overall project was completed on April 20th, 2026. Again, the funding came from the FEMA Ida Hurricane Assistance Project, State Capital Outlay, and Jefferson Parish Council. So publicly, I would like to thank Senator Pat Connick and Representative Joe Ogeron for getting us the capital outlay funding from last year's legislative session, and the Jefferson Parish Council for matching the 10% of these funds to do these projects. This project opens up 6 more new available commercial boat slips. The next item is we have updated our Grand Isle Port Commission trifold informational pamphlet. I think most of you have seen this. I do have some copies outside if you would like to take one. Again, the pamphlet is updated to show the new Board of Commissioners the things we're doing with commercial shrimping, fishing, oyster, and aquaculture farming, the things we're doing with dredging, with Barataria Pass and Bayou Rigo, the recreational things we have going on with the kayak launch, and then importantly our leaseholders, LDWF, Louisiana Sea Grant Oyster Hatchery, and Louisiana Dried Shrimp Company. and then the navigational safety that we're doing. So I encourage you, to take a look at these pamphlets. We put a lot of work into this to inform the public of who we are and what we're doing. So that's my report tonight. Any questions?
Well, I'd like to thank you for all the hard work you've put into the Port Commission. So you've been getting quite a bit done. But I have a question. Is it not the Grand Isle Port Commission and Economic Development? Is that not the same commission?
And economic development. No, I don't
Part
think.
of the Port Commission
Yeah.
on the letterhead that.
Oh, no, we're the Grand Isle Port Commission, but we can do work towards economic development.
Yeah.
So we've talked about that. These projects were just completed, or IDA projects, that's taken us 5 years. The economic development part that's coming up is the expansion of Oyster Farm number 2, which is going to be triple its size. And then we just started the Oyster Aquaculture Workstation at the commercial dock. So those are 2 economic development projects. But as far as our official title and logo and all that, it's the Grand Isle Port Commission.
I understand from the state governor that it's also included economic development on the title. Grand Isle Port Commission and Economic Development. And that's the reason I point that out is twofold. One, we have a dried shrimp business on Grand Isle that leases from the Grand Isle Port Commission. And I understand they are behind right now on the completion. They've missed their completion date. And could you give us an update on that?
So the Louisiana Dried Shrimp Project, the Shrimp Facility Repair Project, is the 9th project of all the IDA projects. And we had to get funding again from 2 sources. And basically that project's been completed. Today we got a sewer permit from Lafourche Parish because they came out and said we needed a new sewer system out there for the bathroom. So we got the permit today. They're going to put the sewer system in tomorrow, and we ought to have Louisiana Dried Shrimp Company up and running hopefully by the end of this week or early next week. That project, the dried shrimp facility, was very complicated. It involved not only repairing the building, if you go also look out there, we replaced all that bulkhead. And we raised the bulkhead to 5 feet. When they started digging up the old pilings there in Bayou Rigo, we had a hill of cement, riprap, you name it. Evidently from Hurricane Katrina, a lot of things were wiped out back there and blew into Bayou Rigo. So that delayed the project also because of all the dredging they had to do to remove all the stuff out the bay. And then we had problems, putting the sheet piling in and then building a walkway on top of the sheet piling. Plus, we had to replace all the cement deck behind the building. So when you look at it, we're probably going to spend in excess of over $350,000 for the Louisiana Dried Shrimp Company operation. So yes, we are a little bit behind, but the good thing is we're going to have almost a new building, new bulkhead and everything when he gets back into operation.
Right. That's great. The bad thing is that it is a shrimp industry that's dependent on time of the opening season.
Right.
And he's already missed it, and he continues every day that it's not opened. It's costing him a great deal of money. He makes all of his money in a very short period of time.
Right?
So this, my question, I guess, who's liable for his losses? Is it the town or Port Commission, or he just has to eat it?
Well, we're going to look at his lease and give him some compensation for his lease for the next year, for the months that he did not operate. A lot of this was based on the Louisiana Department of Health. It took them 3 months to figure out what type of sewer system we needed back there. They wanted to expand the sewer system to be a big commercial operation when all we needed was a septic tank for a bathroom for a business. So, dealing, and David could tell you this, and Brian and some of the others, dealing with these political regulatory agencies is like pulling teeth, and that hurts.
I
You know, I told
understand
Lance,
exactly what you're saying. You're absolutely right, and it's hurt a number.
I mean, if there's a liability, it's the Louisiana Department of Health. I mean, we did all we can as a port commission, you know, to get, I mean, if we would not have done nothing there and got no money and did anything with that building, he wouldn't be operating at all. So I understand, you know, the concerns with economic development and that sort of thing, but we jumped through hoops, you know, to try to get him back in business, and we'll continue to do that. And we'll try to help him out as much as we can, you know, economically. It was just beyond our control.
And Mr. Weldon, let me say again, I'm not trying to gang up on you or anything else. I do appreciate all the work you do for the town of Grand Isle. I think you've done an excellent job, and you've managed to find funds from far and near that you brought in and have projects completed. I was just concerned about the one industry, one of the shrimp industries we still have remaining, because in the past 30 years, we've lost 90% of our shrimp.
I understand that. You have viable.
That hurts.
No, those, you don't have to apologize for anything. You have good, viable concerns and questions, and we appreciate that, and we're open to that. I mean, shrimping season open today, right? Go look at the dock.
Yep.
We might have one boat
Yeah.
that went trawling today. One boat. The Lafitte area, many boats are parked. The Delcom area, many boats are parked. And I'm not making excuses, but you're right. The shrimping industry, we can't lose. You know, but the price of fuel and other things is crazy right now. So we recognize that, and I think, you know, Brian will tell you this as a person that leases back there. We work as much as we can with the shrimpers and trawlers and the oyster farmers and so forth to understand those problems, okay, and to work with them and help them out economically.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Great job.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir. Thank you. All right, let's move on to,
A, ordinances for introduction, an ordinance amending the Town of Grand Isle operating budget for fiscal year beginning July 1, 2025, and ending June 30th, 2026. This is an introduction only.
that's something for y'all to look at.
9, resolutions.
Yes?
Yep.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
A resolution to adopt set forth adjusted millage rates in the Town of Grand Isle for the 2026 tax year.
Okay.
Okay, that's 9A.
9A, yeah.
On 8A, I understand we're going to be changing the budget. There's an ordinance.
This is the ordinance you have in your packet.
Yes,
It is
8A, right?
the
And
amended
yes.
operating budget. It's an
Operating.
introduction only. Like I had explained to y'all, y'all still have a first and a second hearing to where discussions and changes could be made.
And the discussion I have on here is that we're just swapping money around, and it looks like we've identified another $67,265 extra dollars, more
Okay.
than we anticipated.
Okay?
Correct.
Sure.
And
And we can go
Where-
over line item for line item.
no, what I was asking, have we identified where the money came from, or what are we doing better in?
We have received additional sales tax is one of them.
Okay.
That's the main one, right?
Okay.
Yes, sales tax.
Good, okay. So,
Mm-hmm.
all righty. Thank you very much. That answers that.
I wanted to ask, did we put in the budget looking at updating the computers? Like when the lady came for audit, she mentioned how our systems are outdated. Have we looked
No.
into pricing to see about putting in the budget?
No, it was just her recommendation.
But is the recommendation we should consider updating the systems? for
I
better
feel
output?
we need to give the system another year. Totally up to y'all, but I feel we need to give the system another year.
For the, almost the past 10 years, we've been getting dinged on the 4 same things every year on our financial reports. Let me read you 2022. Accounting software inadequacies and the town's response. The town has, for the last 2 years, been working with our software vendor to upgrade our software to allow for the improvements in reporting mentioned above. Recent discussions with our vendor indicate the improved software should be operational in the next 60 days.
Yes, that's when the first system got implemented.
Yep, this was in 2022, right?
2022, you're
Okay.
correct, yes. I'm aware of all of that. Through that year and the year following, we've had some different reports that we request, different functions that we request of this new software. I believe that we are coming to a place, and if it doesn't improve within the next year, then I would be in agreement with y'all to replace the system.
Okay, well, it seems like in 2023, we had the same 4 inadequacies stated out. And they are preparation of financial statements by auditor, maintaining proper capital asset and depreciation records, accounting software inadequacies, noncompliance with Louisiana Local Government Budget Act. Again, in 2023, our response to the accounting software inadequacies. The town has, for the last 2 years, been working with our software vendor to upgrade our software to allow for the improvements in reporting mentioned above. Recent discussions with our vendor indicate the improved software should be operational in the next 60 days. Okay, let's go on to 2024.
Let's do that.
Wait a minute, it's the same. So we've been saying this year after year after year, and it's just the same cut and paste response to inadequacies that we've had in our financial
Again,
statement.
it's totally y'all decision. We deal with
Right.
Mr. Rowland, who is the software creator.
The reason I'm reading this out and bringing this up to the council is because right now, today, the town of Grand Isle is in noncompliance with the state on our financial statement. The state has not received our financial statement that we were promised at a meeting would be sent in a couple of weeks, and this was in February.
And I will advise you that she's still having medical reasons.
Well, the state says that they feel really bad about that, but right now the town is in non-compliance, and what that means is that the town is not allowed to receive state funds in any way, shape, or form. So if there's any funds that we rely on from the state, they cannot give it to us right now because we're in non-compliance. And it seems like the reason we're in non-compliance, we have a long-running history of having the same 4
The
inadequacies.
current reason we're not in compliance, from what I'm getting from you, is that because it's not filed yet.
Correct.
Okay.
The deadline was March 31st.
Again,
March 30th.
that is of no reason of the town. She has a daughter that is ill. Pat's been relaying with her, trying to be as sympathetic as we could be.
The lady came down and spoke with the council in February. She said she told us, if I recall, within 2 days of getting ready to turn it in.
She did.
The point I'm making here is I'm not trying to beat a dead horse. I'm not trying to beat up on anyone. But we definitely have a problem with inadequate software, antiquated software that we've been using. And the need to update, it should be crystal clear to everyone.
Also, she tried to look for other programs that the town could use because of our unique situation, and she has not been able to provide a software that we could use at this time.
South Central Planning and Development has developed their own software that will take everything the town is doing and marry it together. The different departments will be able to communicate with one another using this software. And it'll also be in real time, instead of what we're doing now, working on a batch system, which
You present that to me?
they came at the last meeting, and
They did not talk about
and
any type of
what
software.
they talked about was their desire to work with the town.
They did not talk about any
And
type of software for
they,
our accounting.
I have talked with them, and they said they would loan it to the town free of charge.
That is great. I would love to have them come and speak to me.
Well, I think the time for talking is stopped. We need to act. I mean, are we gonna go ahead and get the software that we have to do to get compliant, or we continue? You know, this is the, and people, please, everyone
And keep in mind
understand,
your budget.
It was crystal clear, you know, in the February meeting, that she did not find any wrongdoing, any corruption. There was nothing wrong with what we're doing. It's just we're living in 1998. And our budgets have increased, and our software is not able to do what it needs to be doing.
Because she even
So-
said she wasn't 100% finished looking at everything, because there's so much to go through that we don't have an upgraded system to have that could probably help file and help save everything and put into better form, to where we could have everything,
Right.
and then we could
Since
be.
our last audit, there's another report that has been created that will assist in next year's audit.
Is that why we want an extra year with the
That
old
is.
system?
But
I would like to,
that's up to y'all, but you also have to consider your budget that you're going to be working with.
right, the one that we just said was $67,000 over. You know, when we talk about the budget, that same meeting where that lady came and told us that we're looking at $100,000 to buy upgraded software if we were to purchase it, and the consensus was, well, we don't have the money in our budget for that. That same meeting, we approved a $90,000 skid steer, brand new. Then we had a skid steer already, but we wanted a skid steer.
We don't have a skid steer.
The town does not.
The levy board had the skid steer, right,
Yeah, good board.
and the levy board was allowing the town to use the skid steer, right? So the town had access to it,
Yeah,
We didn't own one.
correct?
I work,
Oh, so now we own it, but yet, right now, we're in non-compliance with the state because we didn't act on getting software. So I ask now that we vote to act and ask South Central Planning and Development to come and help us out with our software issues. Is there anyone else that has anything to say on it?
I'm supposed to meet with them next week. I'm supposed to meet with them next week.
Can we get them to give us
That'll
a,
be on
I mean, of
planning
course,
and
I think
zoning.
they would all agree to a quote.
yeah.
There's not a
I'm
quote, they're
for it, but-
offering, they,
We all for it.
as I say, they are not a for-profit organization. They're
Yeah,
offering
right.
to give it to the town of Grand Isle.
Okay.
And not rent it, not
Yeah, I'm in
lease
touch
it or
with
anything.
them.
I would have
I'm
loved
gonna
to
meet 'em
hear
again.
that. Yeah, before the meeting, yeah. I would have loved to hear that. That's great.
And so we've had them here, they've talked about the help that they could do with planning and zoning. I don't believe they pointed out the areas that we are deficient in that, and I won't go into it right now. Our variance committee, what we're doing with that, how they could help us with it. Our building inspection and our permitting. I think it would be a boon to the town of Grand Isle, and without a viable plan for the town, we're not moving forward.
We're gonna meet with them next week. They've been calling,
Well,
talking to them.
we can,
Yeah.
okay,
We
and
talked about
when you say we,
planning
who
commission.
will be meeting with them, because, you know, I've met with them
Yeah.
3 times so far.
Yeah.
No one's told me about a meeting.
No, no, I
to
just
come
talked
with.
to them. I think Jan, you'd set up something with them, huh? Who was it? Moose, right. I was in, I was right there in Baton Rouge, that's right. I talked to them on the phone.
I'd love to go to the meeting.
Yeah, no
Okay.
problem, yeah.
So,
They came here to give a nice presentation. They gave me the updates, and like I said, they said they can do this and do that, you know? But the, you know, type of money that, the budget that we have for building inspector, we got, what, 75, 71,000, something like that? Something like that in our budget? Yeah.
Yeah, if they look in the introduction budget package that they have right now, it details all of that.
It tells all that. Exactly.
The thing is, the building and the permit department pays for itself.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah.
So when you say a budgetary item, they're not a drain on the budget. If anything, they help
It doesn't
by
pay for
bringing
itself.
in more permits, or permit fees.
Yeah, they look
Right
at
now, it doesn't pay for itself according to our permit fees and what we've collected.
Right, we're paying for a gentleman in another parish who's a certified building inspector, correct, officer?
Yes,
And does anyone know how much we're paying him every, what is it, monthly or?
weekly, we pay them $500 a week.
Okay, and he reviews the plans and he
CBO.
he
He's got a
okays
CBO.
the
Yes,
inspections.
exactly.
What the inspectors tell him.
So he handles plan review, he handles certificate of occupancy, pretty much anything to go with any project that we have here has to be cleared through that officer before it's cleared tomorrow.
How often does he come down?
How often, I can't say exactly how often he has been down. I can't say that I do stay in contact with him pretty often, but I can't tell you the last date that he was here on the island.
But he's not on the island, okay.
So that right there is $24,000 a year, what we're paying for an outside CBO. And we also have, it's my understanding, we've all acknowledged we need at least one other administrative person in our building department, correct?
Correct.
Has,
That's what we've been talking about.
we've
Exactly.
all said, has any efforts been made to locate someone, hire someone to help out in our building?
We are talking to someone, and the mayor's office will be calling him in for future discussion.
Good, good. And,
We talked about it today, and we talked about it yesterday. We're on top of it.
and I think we all recognize how hard it is to find someone to work on Grand Isle.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's not as easy as it sounds.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because here, now I'm gonna ask you about hiring someone to drive the bus that's supposed to take the citizens of Grand Isle to the doctor. Again, that's another hire. So now that I've gotten that out, let me tell you about the 9 people I've identified on Grand Isle that have waivers from Jefferson Parish for services that they're entitled to. And these are services everywhere from elderly care to someone to come do wellness checks, to help with people who may be developmentally challenged. 9 people. That's according to the people who provide these services. That would require at least 10 people being hired on Grand Isle to provide for these people. Jefferson Parish is just fine with saying, we tried, we can't find anybody who wants to work, and leave it at that. One person got an email saying, yes, your daughter was approved for so many hours a week of care, but because we can't find anybody, we're dropping her from the system. And that right there is a crying shame, that we're going to accept that as an excuse.
Well, we talked about it a couple of meetings ago when they had their own phone, and the manager, Mr. Al, called and said, you answer your phone now. That's them girls that cook for us over here, Michelle and Crystal, let me tell you something. That's their private phone.
That's
If you want
right.
to talk to them, I'm going to put a phone for you to call and talk to them. That's a private phone. She had no reason. He was very rude. I said it last meeting. So that stuff like you're saying, you're right. You're right about that. But like I said, there's more to parish. But I was in a conference call about 3 weeks ago, and they talked about the mayors getting on the computer. And I thought, I was getting ready, I wanted to talk first and say, hey, this is not being done. We provide a beautiful place for the senior citizens. We give them the kitchen. Over there, they got the Taj Mahals. Gretna, all of them. Well, I was surprised to tell you that the mayor from Gretna and the mayor from Harahan threw a curve at me. And they said, oh, no, we Taj Mahal. But the mayor from Harahan got rid of JCOA, and I had a private contract. So I'm expecting the best out of them explaining it when I'm telling them what we have over here, not charging them nothing. And then the mayor from Gretna said, I'm right next door, and it ain't working. Like you talk to them, like we all talk to them, you constantly on top of them and all. I'm saying, look, we gotta drive 34 miles away to go to the hospital, right there in Galliana. And I said, finally got a van, and like I said, we're trying, I'm talking to somebody that's interested. I think he'll be well qualified. In fact, we're trying to set up a meeting with her. And like I said, we own our own. But to listen to Gretna right next door, Arsenal was right across the street. That guy from Arian said, we got away from him. They hired a private individual to come cook for the kids, and something happened, something went wrong, some money was missing. They had to get out of there. So I'm thinking everything's great up there. It's not. So we want to meet, all the mayors want to meet together and say, hey, there's something wrong with this right here. You got a family over here feeding the people. We're unique, we're different. Got to go 24 miles, got to do this, got to bring them to the doctor and all that. And we had a great program before. I remember Miss Yan was driving and bring them to Thibodeau and pick them up in the seniors van, the little van that we got, okay? They bring their lunches and all. But I really thought that we was the only one. So they trying to, Dino Bonanno put a study on that. And listen, these got the study, and they're bringing it back up. That look like 99% is not happy. And like I said, we're not charging for nothing. You know, and we using this, we always did.
But we're also paying in our taxes for
Exactly.
the services that we're not receiving.
Exactly.
So is there a way we can look up to find somebody in the neighbor, like Lafourche Parish, who offers services like that we can get here to kind of base off of what we're paying for?
I've done that.
Yeah.
Lafourche Parish has as big a problem as Jefferson when it comes to hiring people to do this work.
Right.
They can't hire enough. Terrebonne, they're in a unique situation because they're able to fully staff their people and take care
Yeah.
of their people. So hats off to Terrebonne Parish. They're doing a great job. Let's pick up the challenge and see if we can do better.
Well, Terrebonne Parish is
we do not have one worker on Grand Isle to help these people that are entitled to the services. You know, and the parish says, yeah, we have the money, and we're going to pay for it.
We're gonna get the same one, we're gonna get the
work.
same one to drive the van.
Yes.
I got that.
And now,
I got you.
drive the van, work in the building permit office. We also need a person there to help with that, because that is a job that you have to stay on top
Yeah,
of.
24. Well, we're on top of that. He
And-
is talking. Like I said, we're all working on what you just brought up. We're working on that right now.
Okay?
We're gonna have answers for you.
I'd like to get some,
Yeah, I'll give you an
some
update.
solutions going on. I'd like to
Yeah,
see
appreciate
something
that.
happen, some
Yeah.
moving forward with how do we go about doing a job fair or identifying people who'd like to move to Grand Isle, finding a place for them to live if they do
Yeah.
for these services. These are all challenges that we have right now that we're working from behind the eight ball on. We're pressed to get this stuff done.
That's what we do every day. Stay on the phone, go to Gretna, go to Baton Rouge. That's what we do.
I know. Well, going.
And I got a good, like I said, I'm getting ready to interview one person that's interested to help us out. And I'm going to meet with her probably next week sometime. And like I said, it looked like she wants to come work with us and work with the senior citizen.
That'd be great, because we're getting more
Yeah.
seniors every day and losing them as well.
Okay, all right.
One more question with the
Oh, go ahead.
budget. I may be overlooking it, but sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sir, why don't you come up to the podium?
Good evening, gentlemen and ladies. Question about the non-compliance. Are we being fined? I mean, is the town of Grand Isle being fined every day that we're in non-compliance? Is there fines
No, sir.
involved in that?
No.
There's no penalties, no nothing?
No, sir. The penalty being that we cannot receive state funds until we are in compliance. We will be in compliance as soon as they receive their financial
I
report.
mean, what about taxes? Can we receive taxes? Can the town receive taxes? Is that?
We cannot receive a penny from the state in any way, shape, or form.
Okay. So if we can't get tax money, then y'all's
Hold on.
budget.
We're gonna handle that.
We,
We gotta handle that, okay?
That's just a
Okay, there's
question.
more
we
to
are
it.
getting our tax
There's more
money.
than that, but we're gonna handle that.
Yeah, we were in non-compliance again in
Yeah.
2021, 2023, 2024, and again 2025. Okay, we had to ask for extensions. That's why it's so important that we we take the recommendations that the person we hired to do our audit suggested and get the software needed to do the job.
Could I just say, can we get a possible update from the lady to see if she can give us any idea when
Yeah.
would it be turned in?
And if
I know
anything,
you-
is there somebody that we can get to continue this, to get it going, instead of just a
I mean,
stall?
just a date, just something we can go by.
It's a very sad situation.
Yeah.
Pat's the one that's been keeping in communication. I don't want to go into all her
Yeah.
personal
I understand
issues,
that.
and
just-
I really,
We
Okay.
can contact him.
We'll just see, if we can maybe have something in the next
Yeah,
couple
we'll
of
get a
days.
report.
Not that, I'm not asking for it right now, but.
Okay.
But just
Right.
clarification, with the maintenance program, how is that listed in the budget for street department? I see we have repair and maintenance, vehicle and equipment, the 77,000, and the vehicle and equipment, the
page
gas
you're
and
on?
oil. 6 of 14. Is that what's for the maintenance program included in there?
you're talking about streets department?
Yes.
Okay, what line item, what account number?
Well, I'm just asking for United Rentals, how we doing the maintenance program? Is that included in the budget?
Yes, yes, that is in repair and maintenance. Y'all had approved the extra funds in there already.
Is that under repair?
It's like, it was like $5,000. Repair and maintenance,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
yep. Remember, y'all had approved it already in
Yeah, I
that
just didn't know
budget.
what it was. I wanted to make sure
Yes.
it was in there.
$5,000 a year for all of the town's equipment?
It was a one-time
Okay, that-
maintenance,
Right,
yes.
just to get started,
And then
correct?
they were going to work according to as we needed.
Yes,
Correct, Carlos?
yes. Only on certain equipment, not all our equipment.
Right,
Right.
yes.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Can I move on to the next? Okay. 9A, a resolution to adopt set forth adjusted millage rates in the town of Grand Isle for the 2026 tax year.
Motion to accept.
Okay, I would like
Moved by
to say
Brian.
on this,
We'll wait
this
for-
is not an increase.
No.
This is the same thing we had last year.
Yes.
All it's doing is every year we have to approve it.
Every
And
year.
it was voted on, 2024, I believe, or previous election to do it. It's just a formality that we're going with.
Yes.
But in the information received, it was interesting to see that the average, say a $200,000 home, the taxes will increase by about $150 a year next year, 2026, 2025 taxes, because of the millage that we approved on the ambulance service for District 2. An increased millage of 20. I'm sorry? Well, does that money go to the town or to the fire department? Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Don't go to the fire department. The ambulance services got their own
Yeah.
millage.
Village. That's right.
Wait, where does it go to?
The ambulance goes to the ambulance department. If you wanted to use the tax money, it's for them, not for us.
Right.
They just-
But that is I'm just asking if everybody knows if my figures are correct about adding approximately $150 to a $200,000 home on Grand Isle, or building.
Well,
For-
I'm assuming if
for
you
our
show you
20, 25
figures of
years.
how you get it at one point in time, then they can work it out with you and understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah, right, because, I mean, this is the bill that's going to become due in December. Okay, does anyone else have anything to say on it?
Brian made a motion, I'll second.
Moved by Brian, motion by Brian, second by Laura. All in favor, signify aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, so be it. Okay, where we at?
10A, letter of no objection request for U.S. Army Corps of Engineers joint permit application, P 2026-0232, Sunset Cove, 1687 Highway 1, dredge and fill to reclaim land.
First question I have on this is, why is this even before us right now? Because this has not yet gone through the process with the Department of Energy and Natural Resources or the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
This is from the Corps of Engineers. This is the normal process that always has been done. Before
Ma'am.
Jefferson Parish will give their letter of no objection, they require the town of Grand Isle to give a letter of no objection to move forward with the reclamation.
Before the town of Grand Isle gives a letter of no objection, should it not reach out to the neighbors of this property, see if they have objections? That's what it is right now, but it's much more than a reclamation, and that gets to the heart of the problem. What we're doing is we're piecemealing our request. We have not, no one's seen the master plan for this particular piece of property. Tomorrow, there was a meeting scheduled where it was going to be a request from Planning and Zoning to rezone this property from a
Correct.
Business 3 to an R7 that the council had, a few months ago, changed and redefined the definition of an R7, residential 7,
Correct.
allowing it to be for RV campsites. An R7 across the country is generally a designation for single-family dwellings and duplexes, typically for rental. What we're doing here is putting it into a recreational
Not
village,
tonight.
RV village. right.
Not tonight. Tonight,
Right, tonight, what we're doing is we're going ahead and getting the reclamation, and that, from what I understand, this reclamation is also going to entail boat slips and boat docks, which, so when we do that, do they come back to the town and say, hey, now we
Yes.
need to go back from R7 to a B3 because
No.
we're going to sell these docks, are we going to rent them or lease them? So now, are we a business, or are we still residential? And then we're going to go back and we're going to say, hey, we have our boat docks here now, so now we're going to sell our pads. I would like for once, for someone, a developer, to come in with a master plan that's going to have a long-term plan to it and present us with the whole plan. What I'm seeing here, I guess the first thing we should do is, anybody in this town, the fire department, police department, town hall, can they tell me how many RVs we have on Grand Isle right now?
but tonight is not to deal with any of that. Tonight is to deal
on,
with
sir. This is the young
reclaimed
gentleman right here.
land, not to move forward with
This man's
anything
the one
else.
who's going to develop this right here.
Hi, my name's Michael Oliver. I know most of you, but some of you I don't know, so just want to give you a little background. I was born and raised in Grand Isle. I lived here until I was through college. After that, I went to LSU, moved away. Over the past several years, I've moved back to Grand Isle, built a camp. There's not a person in this room that loves this island more than I do, but this project is mine. I'm happy to answer any questions. The permit that is the letter that is being requested today is for the reclamation. It has nothing to do with the zoning and what I'm doing with the property. It is literally about building the land back. The request for the letter is from the state itself. So they asked me, and the Corps of Engineers asked me to come to you as a council to get that letter of no objection and then send it back to them. The process for the town and the zoning and what we're gonna do with it, that is a whole completely separate conversation, which you guys as a council has also voted to introduce R7, which we created specifically to allow the project that we're trying to do. But then again, that's a whole nother conversation that we can have at the Planning Commission. So the request tonight is strictly for reclaiming 63,000 square feet of land on the shortest part of the island. It's next to Wakeside. It's the narrowest bit on this island. we should want to put as much land there as possible. So let's have another discussion of what I can build on it and what I can do. And the master plan is in the letter of no objection that I put.
Oh, the
So
whole
I'm-
master plan, because I read the letter of no objection.
The
And
plan-
let me ask you something, do you
Yes,
also
sir.
have in there where you plan to put 16 pads with 2 RVs per pad and sell it as one?
We are not asking for anything
not
different than the
tonight.
rest of the island. The rest of the island can allow 2 RVs per lot. What we're doing on the other end of the island is no special request. The ordinance that we created, the R7, the only difference that we ask for special from the council is to make our lots smaller. That's it.
That's a lot.
But it doesn't
That's
matter.
That's a major request. And the point is that I agree with you in the fact that we're talking about reclaiming land from the Caminata Bay. Anywhere on the island, I'm for that. What I'm against is the process that's being used to go about getting the RV campsites. When we come to a letter of no request from the town, I asked the question, did the town reach out to any of the neighbors? Or did you, Mr. Oliver,
Sir.
reach out to your neighbors?
Yes, but that is part of the planning commission. That has nothing to do with the Corps of Engineers and the state reclaiming process. The neighbor has no standing objection for me to reclaim my property. They have an objection to what I put on the piece of property, but not the reclaiming application of itself.
So,
And
Do
I
you
just
know
want to be,
Mr.
I just
do
want
you
to be
know
clear
Mr.
that
Ben
this is,
LeBlanc?
I do know him. I have not met him personally. I did speak with him. But I am not, just to be clear, my intention was not to put a campground. This is a luxury RV community. This is not a campground. This is not day rentals. This is not short-term rentals. These are homes for people that can't afford to build a $600,000 cash home on the beach.
what we're doing with your request to change this from a B3 to an R7 is we're taking prime real estate on a Grand Isle that has very little land left, that has both road frontage on LA1 and water frontage on Caminata Bay. We're taking this business zone, and you're asking to turn that into an R7. Okay, now, once that is done, you take a piece of property with one owner, and you split it up to here, a minimum of 16. Am I correct so far? 16 properties, 16 property owners.
I am, yes, there are going to be 16 individual lots, but the entire place is not going to be rezoned to R7. There's a portion of it that is still B3. But again, this is another
Wait a minute,
conversation.
You're talking like it's a done deal already.
It's not. I'm
It
here
is
today.
definitely not.
I don't, sir,
Yes.
I'm more than happy to have another conversation, but I just wanted to be clear that all I'm asking today is the reclaiming permit. That's it, or the letter of no objection. We can continue another conversation if you want. I have plans
I'll be
here
glad-
today.
I'll be glad to talk with you anytime you'd
Yeah.
like. However, I would say that now, for the town to go and issue a letter of no objection when we have property owners, your neighbors that object to it, and it's, so far I've
But
talked
sir,
with 3.
didn't everyone in this council and the gentleman that was talking with the Port Commission highlighting the fact that there are industries here that are dying? My family owned a shrimp company for 35 years on this island. I don't understand that the industries that we have are tourism. Shouldn't we want to bring people and tourists back to the island to build businesses and have employees, and people want to move here? And
Again, that's a minimum plan. That is, to be what we are right now is a one-pony show, tourism. Okay, we had a thriving seafood industry here with both the oysters and the shrimp for many, many years. We had an oil and gas industry here. Our shrimp and seafood industries is now 10% of what it was 30 years ago. We've lost 90% of that.
Understand.
Our oil and gas industry, I think it's closer to 5% of what it was 30 years ago. We've lost that. To be relying on one thing and one thing only, and to take the property that is a business property and transform it into an R7 for a luxury recreational community I think not using any foresight at all. Because once you do that, you don't ever have the option of bringing it back together and putting a business in there.
As I mentioned, the entire piece of property is not going to be R7.
Okay?
There's a large portion of it, including the boat slips, that would still be commercial.
Well, where we
This
put,
is
let me,
just a letter.
let me,
This is just a letter to no objection to reclaim, right?
I'll make a motion to accept.
all right.
Wait, I'm sorry, you guys, you're not allowing us to have discussion and debate on this?
I just,
You can have a discussion.
I'm not finished discussing.
all
I
I'm
am,
saying.
This
whoa.
is just
Okay,
a
hold,
letter
hold,
of no objection.
All right, let me jump in.
About
let me-
developing the property. That's not
the
what
levy
he's here for
board-
tonight.
our
This is
levy
what this
board-
is not
okay,
for.
Okay, listen to me.
This is just for the reclaiming of his property.
Okay, the levee board is the 1921 line. That's where we put the rocks.
Correct.
When we first put the rocks in the early 90s, right behind there, all the way to, that came all the way from Wax Lake. When we first put the rocks, this is what was told. Remember, David, you didn't have to fool with the property owners. It goes up to the 21st. So instead of going to find individual properties, we went where the rock's at, and that's where you want to build your property back up.
Not even that far.
Not even that far.
We're
That's
going to the
accurate, yeah.
1943 line, not even to the 1921
Exactly,
line.
and we ask you to stay away from the rocks.
Correct.
Okay? So the bottom line is you want to come back and build some lots in that area, and we didn't have to fool with individuals, your lot, his lot, that. It was so much easier with the government. So right now, it's a narrow place, and you're trying to do the right thing. You're trying to do the right thing right there in that corner and build up the lots and put some sand, because the rougher it gets, the better it settles. So that's something that one day we're told we was going to be challenged for that. And this is the day that we're being challenged right now. That you're the only one right now that came up right here and said you want to build your property like it was, your original map. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're trying to build the land back to make that narrow spot. Anybody inside the rocks, we're going to work with them.
Yeah.
And that's what we agreed with the government way back when we got created in 92, 90, whatever it was. And there was no headaches. And I'm just telling you that that's what, that's why we put the rocks there, to protect it. And one day somebody's going to come and challenge, they want to build it up.
Tourism seems like that's the industry that we're looking forward to.
Exactly.
That's right. If all
Can-
the shrimp is gone, like he said, and everything's gone, tourism is it?
Yeah.
Let's bring tourism.
Right.
Let's get people back on our
Yeah.
island.
And,
Don't sit around.
and listen, I'm talking on all of us right here. If somebody wants to come build his property up and make it nice, let's work with them. This is the first step.
Okay, what everybody is saying is this one thing I'm objecting to. This here is just the property, just reclaiming.
Yeah.
But
That's what
it's
we keep
not.
saying, sir.
I'm sorry?
That's what we keep saying. This
Yeah,
request today is
that's what
only
you're
for that.
saying. And that's how we get so convoluted with the whole process. Because here we are, why can't we wait for the Corps of Engineers to complete their study that they're doing on here?
They have the
And why can't we wait till we've had a chance
We ain't
to
doing no
get
more
input?
study. We're not doing no more study. That's all they do.
No, that is what the Corps of Engineers does. That's the whole reason.
Well, you don't need to study that.
Mr.
Just send it to them.
Mr. Jeremy, this
was a
is
Yeah.
part of the Corps of Engineers.
All right.
You can't make a motion while there's debate and discussion going on.
Wow.
Please
You know,
understand
debate.
that.
Well, you better finish. That's all I'm gonna tell you right now.
That's what?
Whoa.
Just keep on talking.
Why can't we have conversation? Y'all
Well,
want to
you
shut
did.
everybody down for having
We
conversation?
ain't
This is
shutting
the
nobody
first-
I
down.
mean,
This
but
is- listen
and
to
we
me.
can see
This
both
is the first
sides.
hearing.
Arguing
You're
amongst
talking
ourselves.
about something that's happening later. He wants to reclaim the
Exactly.
land
I
now.
see what
When
James
it
is
comes
saying, and I
back
see
for
what he
further,
wants to say.
then we
He's-
discuss that.
He's for the reclaiming, but he's seeing what
No,
further
he's
it's
not
going
for
to
it.
end.
Well, no, I am for reclaiming.
He's for
Very
reclaiming.
much
That's
so.
what I understand.
What I am saying is that what we need is a process that we follow to go about doing
process.
this, okay?
It's your
A
first
process.
No, it's not,
So
because
what
some
we're
people
doing
had to
here
go
is
to the planning
piecemeal.
and boarding first before
Tomorrow-
coming here.
No, excuse me.
No, that's just the property. That's not-
This
No.
was the process.
Yeah, see, you know.
Sorry.
You know
It-
exactly
it-
what I'm
No,
talking
I'm just
about.
telling you.
Been-
Mr. Jeremy,
The first hurdle.
Has the process always been ignoring the
Okay,
people
hold up.
right
All
now?
right. Calm down. All right.
I can understand where
Go ahead.
both sides are coming from. I understand where James come from. I understand where you come from. You want to build the property. I do understand his side because neighbors with you do have cabins and RV parking already. And I do understand and you want to bring tourism. I do understand you want to bring people down, but I also understand where James is saying, our whole island's gonna be coming up with RVs coming down, campers, and then we're having to worry about hurricane season. Are they gonna get it all out? We don't even know how many are, but there's no more building process coming because it's easy to put a slab, put a canopy over, and then it's
But
just
that's
RV,
a debate
RV
to
cabin.
happen
Just trying to bring the
at the
tourists in,
meeting
spend
where
money.
they are requesting.
But also to
That's not a
so-
debate to happen during to reclaim
my
the
point,
land.
exactly.
And I want to give one brief statement. In the letter of no objection, it says that they're still required to obtain all necessary permits from the appropriate federal, state, and local agencies and to comply with all applicable rules and regulations.
And what I'm saying is that the town should consult with the neighbors and before the town makes a decision that affects its neighbors.
To
Who would not want to reclaim the
Yes,
land?
to do anything, to reclaim it, to do anything. Then why does, if not, if you say no, Mr. Mayor, why does the Corps of Engineers ask the town for approval?
Well, that's what he asked
It's
for.
actually
It's his first
Jefferson
hurdle.
Parish.
Then why,
It's his
why
hurdle.
are they asking if the town has
That's
an
part of his
objection?
permit process.
Yeah,
dealing with
no,
law.
no,
It's
there's a
actually-
reason for it.
It's actually Jefferson Parish that needs a letter of no objection from the town.
Exactly. That's a story.
Why does Jefferson Parish need a letter of no objection from the town?
Because it's parish waters.
Because of parish law, and why was that law put in place?
No, not
So
law,
that-
parish waters,
and why does the parish ask for that?
because it's their water.
Because they want if the town has no objections, then they could say they have no objections. So why couldn't we work that out to where the town asks the property owners adjacent, do you have any objections, or would you like to get in on this also and reclaim?
So
Or
may I
do
ask you a
are
question,
against
sir?
it? Yes.
So are you saying, that because Mr. LeBlanc does not want to build me to approve my RV business idea, that you would reject a reclaiming of my property regardless of what I do with it? Would you say no?
Please,
I'm just asking.
okay, I understand what you're saying, and the answer to that question, if Mr. LeBlanc was the only person that objected to it, I would probably like to discuss it and find out why. So, first of all, there are 3 other people that objected, that I spoke with, that objected to it. And Mr. LeBlanc told me his reasons why he objected.
Objected to the reclaiming of the land?
No, why he objected, I'm responding to the question the man asked right
That's
now.
not the only thing we're
That's
talking
what
about
I'm
tonight.
saying.
Yeah,
Why-
we're
why
discussing,
he
you're telling me
objected.
why I
The
discussed.
question you asked me
But that's all we're talking about
the
tonight is
park.
reclaiming the land.
Was about, the question you asked me.
I'm saying his rejection to me reclaiming the land. Would you really say
He doesn't
no?
have he did not state a rejection to reclaim the land. What
that's why I'm
saying
here today.
is that
That's
this
all
is
he said.
what we're asked to vote on tonight.
Get to the point.
We are not ready to vote on that because we haven't consulted the people that it affects. They don't have any input into it. They haven't, and they deserve input.
And the
Just
only-
like tomorrow at 2 p.m., there's a scheduled
Yes.
meeting with the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Correct.
Where they're going to ask to, then this is, all we're asking here is to go ahead and move from a business 3 to an R7. So
Not here.
So can,
what is the next request going to be after that?
it would just be the R7 and then it would be subdividing the property.
Yes,
Right.
And just hypothetically,
that's the process.
if I wanted to subdivide a commercial lot right now, which is B3, I don't have to get Mr. LeBlanc's approval. I could still subdivide it.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry,
The only reason it's going to the planning commission is because I'm trying to downgrade it from business to residential. On a normal, if I go and reclaim the whole property today and subdivide it, I'm gonna sell it all as B3. I don't need Mr. LeBlanc's approval. It's only because it's going to an R7. I can still sell them as B3. So I'm just saying that
I'm sorry,
it's B3 and you can still put an RV on B3.
What are the lot sizes you're going to?
It's the smallest one is 40 by 80 or 40 by 100, and then the largest is 55 by 80.
And that's well within,
It doesn't.
what it does is it's the process that I'm,
Let me just ask you this.
yes.
So if
Ma'am, come upstairs, come over here and talk. Yes, ma'am. Introduce yourself. Yes.
Hi, I'm Beth St. Pierre. I just have this question for you.
So if he decides that he's not going to do residential, okay? So would you rather 60 new tourists coming in, or would you rather me go ahead and just put a bar?
Well, what I would prefer to start happening on Grand Isle is that we do some planning with our Planning and Zoning Commission. If you get wait a minute, your RV comes on Grand Isle, you get a flat tire. Where are you going to get that flat tire fixed on Grand Isle? That has everything.
That's irrelevant.
Ma'am.
Okay, all right, we're going too far with this right now.
Thank you.
What's the wishes of the board?
I made a motion to.
Moved by Brian to continue with this, second by Boo, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Yes.
You said yes?
Yes.
Yes.
For the reclaiming of the land, but I
Yes,
do
I agree.
believe,
Thank
I
you.
do believe
Thank you.
there is a process that needs to be met for planning and zoning that meets for everybody, because it's not the same for everybody.
I agree
What's
with
good
that
for
as
one
well.
person needs to be for all.
I agree with
But
that.
for reclaiming the land, I do agree, we need
Yes.
to add to the land, and we
That's
need to
right.
do that.
Yes.
If you want to build a back at the island or the front of the island, you don't stop nobody from putting sand to take care of their property. That's what you got to do. Think of bring that. Okay,
Thank y'all.
all right, thank you so much. All right, where we at?
We have no informational letters, council member request reports. James Jeremy.
Well, I spoke pretty much about the senior citizens on Grand Isle and the 9 people we have that deserve services from the parish that we're not getting. I'd also like to say that it's nice that we had this discussion about the driver for the van that's going to take our residents to the doctor's appointments. I'd like to see someone hired for that. I'd also like, looking forward.
I have, by the end of next week, I'll have somebody.
Right. And I'd also like to see someone
And
hired.
listen, the one that I'm looking at right now is very interested to help our people.
Good, good,
And that's going to make sure that we're going to work this thing out.
good. I'd
Done.
also like to see.
You're not going to deal with the parish no more, but you got somebody to come on and work and take care of our seniors, and we're going to feed them here, and we're going to bring them to the doctor. And I think I got the right person that wants the job. And that's what's going to happen. We're going to
Good.
bring them to make sure they get their medicine up to buy. If they got a bingo going on with the mayor, the mayor Golden Matter to bring the seniors, she's even going to do that. So just remember, that's going to be done.
And
I'll
also-
let you know when I do that.
Okay, great.
All right? Where
I'd
we at?
also like to say I'm looking forward to see someone get hired to help out in the building and permit office.
Well, we're going to go ahead and meet with them in the Homer. We're going to give that idea.
What day and what time?
I don't know yet what it is.
I thought y'all had
Well, we'll get
planned.
it to you.
I'll get with Michael Wish and I'll see what day they would like to go.
Yeah. I remember Moose called me, Moose had called me, talk about Moose that works on them, he called Jan and wanted to see when they could meet with me.
Okay.
And we're trying to put that together, it's either next week or the following week, but I'm gonna try to boost it up.
And, yes. and
We either
also-
missing each other, whatever, but,
Yeah, and also get a commitment on the software to run the town budget on and all the departments.
no.
Okay, I'll have him call you tomorrow on it.
All right, so what else you got,
Get on
James?
that and the, yes, well, I guess I'm done.
Thank you. Paulie, what you got?
I know Joe's not here, but do we have any updates on community center? And have we gotten in touch with FEMA, and what's the next step?
FEMA just came back running. We have an email out right now that we're going to have a 1:30 meeting tomorrow regarding the insurance and to discuss the difference between what we collected for insurance and what our appraisals came in at.
Yeah, we finally got that in, that's right. And we went to Washington, we explained to them, with the FEMA people, to Steve Scalise, Kennedy, and Cassidy, we went and talked to them about the building. So, okay.
That's it.
Well, that's it? Laura, what you got?
There's a pothole at the top of Cherry Street. Carlos, could we see about filling it in? Mosquitoes, when are they coming back to spray?
Should be spraying any time.
They spraying on
They
schedule.
sprayed last night, too.
Okay.
And they got a hatch like you wouldn't believe.
Y'all think, now that you
Yeah.
brought it up with Memorial Weekend, y'all, as a council, y'all think we ought to utilize one of our aerial sprays?
Can we do Memorial, Labor, and 4th of July?
Yeah, we got plenty. I mean,
Because isn't it 4 per year?
yeah, and we get one free from the
3.
parish for Tarpon Rodeo.
Yeah, we work
We
that
get
out.
3, and the parish usually does
Look, the
1.
people.
So pretty much all of July.
I think we need to agree with that, fly the plane, because these kids got out of school, grandma's coming, the couples are coming,
So y'all agree on Memorial Weekend?
Yeah.
Memorial Weekend.
Yeah.
Joint motion, all in favor,
Yep.
say aye?
Aye.
That'll work, thank you, okay?
June 20th, Father's Day weekend, the Saturday, I'm going to start up movie night again. It's going to be at the State Park. Stay tuned. I'm going to put out a flyer.
Okay.
Also, Matt Riviere, for the money that he raised for the 4th of July event last year, he's coming to the island with seniors from West Wego and Lafitte.
Yeah, what date is that?
It's going to be June 11th from 10 to 2. Ted Durr's going to be playing, and he's going to have food and drinks. So we would like to try to get a count if we can to make sure we have enough for everybody. So if you could get with me or Michelle and let us know that you want to attend, that would be great.
It'll be here at the,
It'll be here at the multiplex.
Okay.
and also, I believe they'll be doing a tour. They have like a trolley train coming.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
believe they'll be doing like a tour of the, through the town. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe 40-something already committed from West Wego and like 9 from
Lafitte.
Lafitte. So that's coming down by bus to join our senior citizens
Yeah,
as well.
so we'll be able to mingle, eat, have a good time, listen
We
to
did it a
music.
couple of years ago, and it
And
really
it's all
worked.
funded through his fundraiser he did for 4th of July.
Yeah,
Okay, that's it?
that's it.
Thank you so much. Brian, what you got?
All right, tennis court update. Tomorrow, all the fencing will be completed, the surfacing of it. The gentleman will be back tomorrow to start the next process. It's been sealed. He's going to start sanding tomorrow. His completion date is early part of next week. The tennis court should be completely finished. Brand new surfacing, nets, fencing, everything. So that was all. The fencing was done with the FEMA, and all the surfacing was done by a private donor. All right, next thing, Armstrong Music Fest. To date, we collected $36,125.73 in sponsors. We have 130,000 in sponsors committed. We just not have received a check, but we have $130,000 committed to that festival, which is great. And as soon as those monies come in, we transfer them to the town, to the community fair account. We talked about mosquitoes. All right, next big topic I got is about the riptides. A few meetings ago, I think Mr. Bickman asked about reaching out to these NOAA for these riptides. We've been in contact with Lauren Chandler with NOAA, and regarding rip current alerts on Grand Isle. They've learned that the issue is largely due to the man-made rock jetties on the island. The current alert system does not effectively detect or model the localized rip currents created by these structures. Even on days when we unfortunately experienced drownings, the system did not indicate elevated rip currents risk in our area. So they're telling us at this time the best option moving forward is to increase community outreach, public education to improve beach safety awareness. And with that being said, this Saturday will be the first Saturday we will be out doing awareness for the community. The fire department guys will be out there handing out literature, bottles of water for people that need it, and explaining life jacket safety. We have a couple of our guys that got certified in life jackets, so we're going to be out there for the weekend this Saturday and try to spread the word on these rip currents and try to educate our people. And we're going to do it throughout the whole summer, but this Saturday is going to be our first day we're going to be doing it. Next thing, where we stand on these old houses that's still not being torn down, that's still from Ida.
Lisa has taken back over the blighted property, and 2 of them have been taken care of. 3 others are going to have to go to court.
So they did get issued summons to go to court?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I talked to Cam Saturday. He told
Okay.
me. I mean,
We already have 2 or 3 in court already,
Right.
and that's how we got them taken care of. It's just a process.
Okay, I just wanted an update, and I thank you for your update. And that's all I have.
Okay. Michael?
I want to thank Carlos and his crew because they've been working hard with all this rain.
Absolutely.
Doing those culverts and stuff. We really appreciate that.
Yep.
And I got one more for you to check on Cypress, Miss Otan.
Yeah.
Not Otan, the lady at the shrimp shed, Kim.
Chauvin?
Where the driveway is, it looks like something plugged up there. Chauvin.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fire department been helping.
Yeah,
Joe
Brian,
Bell
what-
and Mr.
yeah,
Kelly.
right.
Been going through a lot of them.
Yeah, and like Boo said, and Brian will let you know, you guys were there, the fire department. They jumped in a hole, and we unclog them, we put a pile on Cajun Engineering, and we pull on the other side. 5-gallon bucket comes out, we clean out. We messed up some property. I guess when they're gonna come down, they're gonna come find me. But the people looked out the window, especially in Santley Lane in the middle. We cleaned a bunch of trash out. It was unbelievable. Yeah, okay, I know that. But just have patience. If you see one of our tractors over there, have patience. We're just trying to take care of the neighbors. But it worked out. We're all over the place. And like I said, I really appreciate that.
Bonnie, I noticed 2 street signs missing through Appleton and West Area. Taking them off the list. They're not there right now.
Okay, Joe's not here. I'm just going to give you a little brief of what we did. We had a levy board meeting earlier today with 3 board members, and we just want to give you an update from last meeting. So what's happening, you got the Landry Hole Pump Station and Cypress Pump Station is advertised to start April the 15th. Bid process, the project working in Jefferson Parish. Addendum questions needed. Bid opening is May the 28th at 2 o'clock in Jefferson Parish. That's some money that we got through the levy board that we're going to put a big pump station added on to Cypress. And that's going to be open there. The other thing is the construction for Landry's Hole in Cypress was completed through the Corps, and we authorized for the project. And we also have on Cheniere by Hebert Street, to build a levee where the pump station's at. We awarded a contract for $371,000, and it's Cumbo and Sons Construction going to come back and build that levee up where that pump station's at. The breakwaters, we went ahead, Little Brothers got it for $5,273,000. I was in Baton Rouge for the last 2 weeks playing around with it, because when you don't spend your money and you got it just sitting there, and a senator or representative could be anywhere in the state and say, why I didn't spend this money? So I had to deal with a lady with FEMA and tell her the reason why we left that money there, we don't want to advertise in the wintertime. We got to do this while the water's coming up, and it's coming like March, April. So we got that done, and I had to fight for that. We had to fight for that, and this young man right here, Mr. Weldon, was up there for the port too. So when you don't spend your money for a little while, it only takes somebody to pull it out, the file, and say, why didn't you do this? But after I went and testified in front of them and tell them the reason why, because we didn't want to come in and low tide and just have a barge full of rocks not doing nothing. So the goal is, we're going to come in. I met with the colonel. It was up there with us. I talked to him in Baton Rouge. We went last week, met with the mayors at the time, and we came back and met with the levy board, which Babu came and Kelly came. And we had 3-4 good days up there dealing with each one. But the good thing about it is the Corps looks like the colonel's one of us. He's from right there in Dulac. The Three Little Pig Sausage, that was his grandpa. And like I said, he's pumped up. And he's so excited about it that we went ahead and Patriot Construction got the bid. And in the meantime, one of them objected to it. So right now, he said, hey, we're gonna postpone a little bit, but we're gonna take care of it. So his dream, his wish was to come and have a big rock on the 18-wheeler to put the first rock. I said, we can make that happen. But it looks like it's getting better. It looks like we're taking care of it. So the good thing about it is it brings tears to your eyes. You're going to have rocks being put in the Gulf, and the same rocks will be put in the back. And, we're going to be working through June, July, August on both sides, whatever. And we think that, that it's going to work out all right. We're not going to close the beaches. I know the people are looking at us on the film right now. We're going to make sure that there's no trucks be on the beaches. We're just going to come in and start working off of barges. Kind of like when you saw us rebuilding them. So that's going to be a big project. So there's a lot of money that's been between the port, the levy board, and the town council working together. So we got the right connections right now, and there's some grants coming available. I talked to the lady. One of them was from Washington. She was in Baton Rouge and said there was a bunch of grants coming out. So it's going to better help some ideas that we got. I talked about the beach going on, the ramps, and what we all would look at to do some handicap stuff. There's different grants coming out. So I know him and I was there last week, and poor thing, he had to go the next day. So you just play it. You play it. When you get a call, you got to go. So on behalf of the council, working with them and trying to do everything right and working with you people, we love y'all. And let me tell you, it's only going to get better. I'm going to tell you right now, it's only going to get better, because I learned a long time ago, and I know these people looking at me. My grandpa Rene said, Auntie Dave, the gas is going up one more penny. That young boy with his wife cannot go to Florida, not even Mississippi. They come in the Grand Isle. I never forgot that. And I said that at one of the meetings over there, and all the mayors were saying it's the same thing. Just think about that. The mighty penny that went up in the early 70s, in those days, that my grandpa said, they're coming. They're coming. And like I said, by us getting the roads, June the 15th, I got $50,000 to come in Wisteria Street to come in. They didn't want to give us the money. They wanted us to come up with the money. And we worked it hard. And on behalf of the council, pushing and working together, I stayed there and I worked it. We got $50,000 for DOTD, thanks to Joe Ron and Senator Pat Connick, who's on the chairman of the board. I got the call from George. Instead of us trying to come up with some money, which we didn't hardly have nothing, I cried, tell them we was starving. In the meantime, they're going to come in June the 15th. They're going to come in and put the gas line. They're going to come in and they're going to put a culvert across so the ditch could come to the pump. And I know, Brian, we're working on the pump that we talked about, but this Jackson Lane. But in the meantime, this one here, Wisteria, is going to pump all the way. Instead of going to Plum, we came a little farther up. So by doing that, and then come back, we're going to start, that's June the 15th. Now, the blacktop is going to be during July, okay? We had $3 million. I didn't want to refuse it. I know the traffic's going to be a little hefty, but have a little patience. Have a little patience. I can promise you from Bridgeside to Plum Street to Wisteria, we're going to get you in the island. We're going to get you off the island. So have a little patience. We didn't want to lose that because that $3 million was there. We have to start. And then the second phase is going to be coming in. We're looking at surveying different places. So there's a lot going to happen. Just have a little patience. Look, we hurry up. We got the water out the way. We plant the grass along the road. So it's getting better. But we're not going to refuse. We're going to make sure. We're going to make sure that we're not refusing. We're going to get what we got to get. And we're already submitting for more blacktop to continue all the way and all the way to work to the Fouchon. Working with Archie. Well, I call it Archie, but it's the new guy.
Right.
So we talked about that, and that's the wishes. I know you went take a ride in the truck, Brian. Y'all went take a ride where the erosion's going. The north wind blowing, your cars get full of salt water. So we're on top of all that. So just have a little more patience, and here it is. Kids are graduating tonight. They're giving awards out, and like I said, all over the state, all over. So they're ready to come in. So again, let's work together, continue working together, and we're going to move forward. I want to thank all of y'all out there for having a little patience on it. And like I said, working with all the department heads and working with Jefferson Parish, we're like a chihuahuas scratching the window, asking for some money, or they eating a steak, but they really coming across, giving us some potted meat. So we're doing good. And I know they're watching me, but you got to throw that little angle once in a while. So we'll have a driver. We'll have somebody that's going to take care of the seniors. And like I said, we're going to move on forward. So I need a motion to go ahead and adjourn. Again, thank y'all. Moved by Laura, second by Boo. All in favor, signify. So be it. Thank you.